Om. Namaste. Welcome to all of you. Hope all are fine. We will move to chapter 19 of the life and journey of Mahavatar Babaji. After cherishing the prasadam, all the Siddhas take leave. Patanjali Maharishi also takes leave. Before that, Patanjali Maharishi hints something to Ramadevar and Machai. After the departure of all the Siddhas, Machamani Siddhar, Ramadeva Siddhar, both stay there only along with Mahavatar Babaji. Next day, early morning, Machamani Siddhar as well as Ramadevar lead Mahavatar Babaji to Madurai Meenakshi temple one more time. After having the darshan of Meenakshi Sundareshwarar and Meenakshi Ammal, both of them lead Babaji to a particular place and indicate to Mahavatar Babaji this particular temple and this land has got a very significant of giving out something very sacred to the entire universe. It is here that the Mahamantra, Gayatri Mantra from the Maharishi Vishwamitra was accepted and acclaimed to the world. It is here that Madurai Devi Meenakshi blessed Vishwamitra, proclaiming that the Gayatri Mantra will be the most sacred and most secret mantra in the universe. Just before that, also Mahavatar Babaji was able to visualize the proclaiming of the Mahamantra at this very spot. Yet, he wanted to know from Ramadevar as well as Machamani. Machamani Siddhar and Ramadevar Siddhar explained to Mahavatar Babaji the Gayatri Mantra is so supreme, getting the sacred stamp from Devi Meenakshi. The significance of this Mahamantra Gayatri, when chanted without a sound within the heart, will give out several meanings for the entire world, including the individual who utters in silence. The three-letter syllable AUM amounting to Om has connotation to feminine, masculine and neuter, fire, wind and sun. Also Brahma, Rudra and Vishnu. Also it signifies Grahasthya, Dakshinagni, Ahavanya, sacrificial, sacred fire. It also signifies three Vedas, Rig Veda, Yajurveda and Samaveda. All this in order indicate sound form, sex form, light form, lordship entity form, mouth form indicating that the mouth of lords. Also wisdom and understanding form. The words Bhur Bhuva Swaha indicate the world form. Past, present as well as the future indicates the time form. Breath, fire and sun, all these three indicate the heat form. Food, water and moon indicate this swelling form. Intellect, mind and ego or egoism indicate the intelligence form. Prana, apana and vayana vayu indicate the breath form. Bhut bhuvas swaha tat savit turvarenyam Bhargo devasya dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodayat, of which the Tat Saviturvarenyam indicate the adorable splendor of that Savitur, which is the originator of the universe itself. In the same way, the words Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi proclaims that may we meditate upon the splendor of the divinity. Diyo Yona Prachodayat proclaims or understood with wisdom. May he inspire our thoughts into a very sacred. All this accumulated to say that Lord Sri Krishna, the avatar of the Vishnu, says that I am the Om in all the Vedas. And in another place he says, I am the holy word, the sacred Om. Yet in another place he proclaims, I am the Brihat, Om Tat Sat, indicating the sacred triple designation of the Brahman. In order or therefore, the Om itself indicates and acts as the sacrifice or gift, and austerity always begins with the readers of the sacred Vedas. The one syllable or one word, sacred Om, is Brahman in itself. The third plane, Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha or Suvar, indicates Swaha, Mahaha, Janaha, Tapaha and Satyam. Together with the first two syllables, all these five added into 7 indicate the higher worlds. Below this, there are also 7 lokas. We have already discussed these things, but what has been understood with wisdom, an explanation by the Ramadevar as well as Machamuni, I have to make it clear here and I will have to indicate it that I cannot omit it. That is the reason I am giving. Below the first gross or physical worlds, Borloka, there are 7 underworld lokas also. They are in the order of increasing darkness. That is what we need to understand here. Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Rasatala, Talatala, Mahatala and Patala. Patala being understood as the darkest, all putting it together, they form the 14 lokas. In other words, Chaturdasa Bhuvanas. It is explained by both the Siddhas, Machamuni Siddha and Ramadeva Siddha, that when the Mahamantra, sacred Gayatri, was conceived and given to the world did not accept. It fails in many quarters, and Maharishi Vishwamitra tries his best for its acceptance. None of the wisdomful rishis accept this as a sacred mantra. Everyone rejects it. So in every corner, when the Gayatri Mahamantra was rejected to be accepted for the purpose of being a supreme mantra, with no avail, Maharishi Vishwamitra is destined to go to Meenakshi temple at Madurai. There he finds a very big lamp with 5 faces. He enters that sanctorium place where this very big metal lamp is placed, and he removes all the wigs. He places himself in all the 5 faces. That is, he keeps both his hands in 2 faces, both his legs in 2 faces, and places his head in 1 face, removing the cotton thread wigs, get organized to pour ghee into the lamp, and burns himself before the Meenakshi Devi. One can assume how the fire at Tiruvannamalai Kartige Deepam burns in such a huge forum, the flame engulfs and it touches the almost to the top. Maharishi Vishwamitra coolly swallows the pain and allows his body to be burnt. At this critical juncture, Devi Meenakshi appears there and subsides the fire, appealing to Maharishi Vishwamitra, "My dear child, come out. Your prayers are accepted. Come out. There is something very, very sacred and good news for you." Maharishi Vishwamitra comes out with wounds. In a subtle touch given by the mother Meenakshi, all his wounds disappear in seconds, and she proclaims that this mantra conceived by you will be called as Gayatri, and this will form the most sacred, most important mantra which must be recited by every individual before commencing any sacred ritual or before commencing any mantras. The entire world acclaims the divine utterings coming from Devi Gayatri in the form of Devi Meenakshi Ammal. Here one thing we will have to understand. The rejection by various rishis does not mean that they are bound by ego, but it has to be accepted with wisdom that they wanted to stress very strongly the importance of this mantra that is going to play in the future for the time immemorial to be witnessed by this mankind. Also, she declares this very particular mantra is named as Gayatri, and a Devi emanates from this Gayam. It is called Gayatri. Gayam in Tamil language means wound. Thiri in Tamil language means the wicks made out of cotton threads. Gayam plus Thiri makes it Gayatri. Now one will ask, is it a Tamil name Gayatri? I will have to say yes. This is what given out by Babaji to me. In explaining this very particular concept, Mahavatar Babaji explains to me that the Tamil is the oldest language on earth. Tamil has been conceived by Agastya Siddha as the common man language, whereas Sanskrit happens to be the language of the gods, Deva Bhasha, and Tamil Manusha Bhasha. Now, just because it is a Manusha Bhasha, Tamil got its script from the day one itself, because the Manushas are less having memory when compared to the gods. So the persons who are using the Tamil language are entitled to read the language, write the language, speak the language, and understand the language to memorize. Whereas Deva Bhasha, the Sanskrit is not so. Sanskrit, although it is the oldest language, it did not have the lipi or it did not have the script, because all the utterings, all the recitations in Sanskrit is by-hearted from the Guru to the Sishya. In the Guru Sishya Parampara, the Sanskrit language is by-hearted. The Guru will go on reciting and the Sishyas will go on repeating it. So there was no necessity for the Sanskrit language to have a script. It is in the recent time the script has been adopted for the Sanskrit. As a result of this one, Sanskrit happens to be the oldest language, but Tamil happens to be the oldest language having the script. So this distinction has been given by Mahavatar Babaji, which we need to accept and understand with wisdom. After receiving the blessings of Devi Meenakshi, the entire world assembles there. At this stage, Maharishi Vishwamitra is humbled. He prostrates to the divinity. Meenakshi Sundareshwarar, Meenakshi Devi, and they bless him. And from that very particular day, the Mahamantra Gayatri becomes the supreme of all the mantras, which has to be recited in silence, not by uttering. Once uttering that mantra will give us so much bountiful blessings showering on us. It is declared by Meenakshi Devi that this very particular mantra has been conceived by Maharishi Vishwamitra in such a way that the true meaning of this particular mantra itself is understood only by 24 rishis and not by any other. As a result of this understanding these facts with wisdom, Maharishi Vishwamitra has conceived this mantra taking their names in the mantra itself. Bhur Bhuva Swaha. From there, Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodayat. These contain 24 letters indicating the 24 rishis who had the ability to understand this supreme mantra fully and in completeness. Just by mentally reciting and completing the Mahamantra Gayatri by Mahavatar Babaji, suddenly there appears a very sacred light from where flower petals fall on Mahavatar Babaji and Ramadevar and Machamani Siddhas. The entire place where the lamp was burning once upon a time is full of flower petals, indicating that the 24 Maharishis who understood the sacred mantra are showering their bountiful blessings on Mahavatar Babaji. Already Mahavatar Babaji, in conclusion of the yajna or the homam concluded at the last time, is blessed by 9 Siddhas. Along with the 9 Siddhas also, the 9 planets also show their presence there and put their blessings on Mahavatar Babaji. As a result of which, Mahavatar Babaji's inner glow and inner strength enhances with 24 rishis blessings, 9 planets blessings, and 9 Siddhas blessings. Out of the 24 rishis, subtly and invisibly, Mahamuni, Mahasiddha, Agastya also is included, attaining so much of blessings, so much of sacred support behind Mahavatar Babaji. Mahavatar Babaji is so much humbled before Ramadevar and before Mahasiddha Machamuni Deva. Mahavatar Babaji feels perhaps Patanjali Maharishi had indicated about this incident only to Ramadevar and Machamuni Siddhar. Mahavatar Babaji now is in a position to understand more about the subtle knowledge which is coming in one's way when one is so humble and one is more sincere towards the universe. Mahavatar Babaji also understands that means in the forthcoming Rameshwaram journey there is going to be something very, very secret but very, very powerful coming in the way to the universe through Mahavatar Babaji. Okay, we will conclude this chapter here and wait for what is there in the next episode or what is there in the next chapter itself. Till such time, ಓಂ ಸದ್ಗುರು ಬಾಬಾಜಿ ನಮಃ. ಓಂ ಸದ್ಗುರು ಬಾಬಾಜಿ ನಮಃ. ಓಂ ಸದ್ಗುರು ಬಾಬಾಜಿ ನಮಃ.